What is going on, guys? It is Blink here, back with a new guide. So in this guide, we'll be talking a little bit about using simple edits to give you advantages. Also, the June V-Bucks giveaway is now going on, so make sure to visit the link in the description to enter. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications as opposed to Amazon gift card code in the comments every time I upload. By turning on notifications, you'll have a way better chance of getting here first and redeeming that code. Anyways, guys, let's get to this guide. In this first example, I eliminated one player. As I do that, I get shot from behind. Since I'm in the middle of both players, I can separate one of them from having vision on me by building myself in a 1x1 and then making a simple edit to peek the first player I was already focused on. As I'm shooting this first player, the second player has no angle on me. He's now got to destroy my walls in order to get a visual. The issue for him is that I'll know when my walls are breaking and either rebuild them or line them up and take shots back. So try utilizing this method of peeking, especially if there's two players around. No need to peek your head out and expose it to both players. Sometimes this might be the better option of peeking. Now, I'm going to continue this example as I've got another edit that I commonly use when players try running up my stairs, or just behind me when I'm above. I build stairs above this player, and what commonly happens is they'll try to run up behind you to try shooting you from behind. This is actually a pretty common scenario that happens. So what you want to do is place a wall behind you and be prepared for an edit peek. The moment you can spot him, confirm the edit as he won't expect it. If you're much higher, then he might be a little farther. So don't wait until he gets into your shotgun range. You might be able to snipe him, or you'll need to pull out your AR. Basically, don't wait until he gets super close. Confirm the edit the moment you see him down below. In this next example, my opponent built off right beside me. So a great edit to make is to edit the wall that your opponent's stairs are connected to. He's going to climb his stairs right into your shotgun shot. You won't always be able to make this edit as you won't always have your opponent building right next to you. But the moments you do, just remember this example and see if you can mimic it. By me creating these examples, it gives you guys better visuals of mimicking my exact edits, especially if you notice very similar situations. Just the best ways of knowing when to edit is to learn from a few examples. Now, you guys can also notice I'm limited to my building beside this tree, and editing is super important with trees around. So where would edit peeking be utilized the most? Well, Wailing Woods would be a great example. You can only build about 3 stories till you have a harder time to build. So take note that areas with plenty of trees will be an area you have to use edit peeking more often. This next example is one I've shown plenty of times, the absolute most common edit peek you'll be making, which is the stair drop down peek. Not going to get into too much detail as you guys already know, but I'll quickly explain it as it is an editing example. So anytime you've gotten above someone, you can edit your stairs to see your opponent from above. You then want to drop on them by editing the opposite stairs you're standing on. Edit all 3 boxes and confirm the edit when you're ready to take shots. Get as close as you can to lining up your shot, and once you're ready, confirm the edit for some surprise shots. In this example, my opponent was waiting for me to peek out. Never happened as I already had the advantage of edit peeking my opponent and he had no clue. Now, this is super common when you beat someone to the high ground. You make the edit right away to drop down quickly onto your opponent, but I won't get into too much detail as you guys already know the method from previous guides. This next example is one that has been talked about but not really explained. So you guys can see, as I broke this wall, I placed my own wall down right away. There are a few reasons of doing this. As you're breaking any sort of structure, there's debris that gets in the way for a few seconds. Now, my opponent might see me before I see him, which means he'll be the one taking the shots first. But by me adding the wall, he then sees another wall right after I break it. The advantage is that I can edit peek him. I can see right through my wall, and after confirming the edit, there isn't any sort of debris that gets in the way. This gives me a much cleaner shot compared to just shooting after breaking the wall. Now, in my opponent's position, he should have added a wall, or in most cases, a staircase will work better, because most of the time you can't really place walls down inside houses, while with stairs you'll usually be able to place them everywhere. By him adding stairs, it would have avoided him from getting shot. He can then counter edit me as I'm shooting his stairs. This is a good thing to take note of. Anytime you notice your opponent is placing walls in front of you, add a staircase on that wall. That way he's not able to directly hit you if he tried edit peeking. If he does go for the edit peek, you can counter edit peek him the moment he starts shooting at your stairs. Works very well, so make sure you guys are taking note of this. Alrighty guys, this last example isn't an editing example. Many players were asking me what to do when they're getting shot down from their materials after building up. So anytime you're getting your materials shot out, you should take shots back if you're in risk of taking fall damage. Your opponent's focused on your materials, so your best bet will be to take shots directly onto him. He's got as many chances as you do to take shots. It just depends on who actually hits their shots. This is the same as someone constantly shooting at your materials, especially if they haven't done any damage to you. Just take shots back. So in this situation, I was able to pre-line up a shot as my opponent was trying to shoot me down. I also knew that I needed to take those shots because I wasn't going to make it over to my opponent, as he most likely would have shot me down. Anytime you know you're in risk of taking fall damage, you'll need to take shots back, that way you've dealt some damage to your opponent, and he'll usually cover up to heal. This will allow you guys to continue building towards your opponent. So don't be afraid to shoot back if you're getting shot at. You'll most likely put enough damage onto your opponent if you can peek out quick enough. Well guys, that's it for this guide. Hopefully I've helped some people out, and a like and a sub will be greatly appreciated as it does help me out a lot. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and hope you have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll see you on the next one.